Has it been yellow every time? Also, hello. Good evening. Good morning, maybe? Some of you? It has? Oh man, okay. It's not intentionally rigged, but like, I guess just the physics of these guys, like, like hitting this part, just were. Also, how we doing? Hey, Maddie, good to see you again. Oh, we can go ahead and probably just close this project. We don't need that. Hope you guys have had a good beginning of your week. I know it's Monday. Mondays always kind of tend to be a slog, but we're very quickly approaching what hopefully many of you, or for many of you, is some time off for the holidays. So the end of this month, if you are in the United States, we have a holiday, Thanksgiving, coming up. And then, of course, we can't forget the holidays at the end of the year. When we last left off, I think we were working on making the rooms. We still got music going. Oh yeah, I can turn it down a bit. Let me turn it down. There we go. It's always nice to have a little bit of background music. It's too cheery for what we were looking at. You're not wrong. I mean, Nightmare Before Christmas vibe, I guess. How much of this saved? Okay. I need to go try to find that project. What is... Oh, okay. Unrelated. Someone texted me something, but it was a group chat and it wasn't meant for me. But it wasn't that dark. Oh, fair enough. Alright, let's open Blender. My computer, like, accidentally... Well, I accidentally restarted. I was gonna be, like, try to blame the computer for doing it. It was me. I accidentally, like, I'd updated a mod for something, and then it's like, okay, mod installed. Do you want to restart now? And I thought it meant the game. No, it attempted to restart the machine. I stopped it, but it closed like half of my stuff. And then I just kind of restarted everything else, because why not? So, to catch everyone up on to speed. Oh man, I just can't talk today. I'm a little bit tired, so sorry about that. We're making rooms. Our room is our basic design is that we have this grid space, and we don't exactly want to manually determine the room placements. We ultimately want an algorithm to make a handful of decisions that will be our play space. So a good example that we've been using here in the past, and if I can get my ink pen out, here it is. So let's say the size of our map is like a 3x3 grid, something simple. And let's say we have a very small selection of rooms. One is just a single tile, one is two tiles next to each other, and then finally is maybe one is like a L piece. Ultimately, these get thrown into this space here, to fill up the grid. So let's call, like, this one goes here. And then this one can go here. And then there are more ways that it could have filled this. Like, I could have put this one here instead, or this one here. And that's kind of the point of the algorithm, or the code that I showed off last stream, is that it can really be formed in any way. It's pretty much just a more controlled version of a lot of the procedural room generation you see in stuff like Repo or Lethal Company. But I wanted to have a little bit more control from a game designer perspective. So that's kind of why we're going with that overall design. So this, I'm trying to remember exactly how I did this. I want to say I had a Blender file that I'd saved, but I can't quite remember. Let me see if I can pull that up. We had this, but I don't know if I had actually saved the Blender file. I have a feeling I didn't. There's always a file. Unless you're me. Like, I made the export of it, but that doesn't really buy me too much. Okay. This is a 6x6. Is that right? We go back here. This is bedroom, which it's... trying to get my bearings again. Okay, no. This is room. This is bedroom. I'm so glad I named these appropriately. Room.fbx, which is what I just imported. Is the wrong thing. Oh man, I'm so good at this. Okay, no, I just imported bedroom, which was correct. Okay, let's do that again. And then in engine, this takes up... You enjoy watching the struggle? Oh yeah. There is plenty of it and plenty to come, don't worry. Okay. So this is 6 across. Let's get the tape measure out. Come on, please. Thank you. Okay. This is a 6x6 bedroom. Let's say the door is gonna go here. Oh, that's what we did last time. We made a door. We made a door. Let's go get it. Let's open up a new Blender instance. I don't think I saved the door. Like, I remember we added it to the engine, like, over here. And then we had them side by side. Room door. Here we go. Because we had the two different types of doors. It's all coming back to me. It is all coming back to me. Wooglow, how you doing? I think the normals on the fake door are too high. Good, what's the project now? I'm returning to the mansion one. The high school one was just for Halloween. I don't know if you got to... I mean, I was going to say final product, but... a version of it that was executable that I released on itch. Let me pull that up. Just to have it ready. Let me actually do it on a different tab. But answering your question again, going back to a project that I was working on before Halloween time. And keep in mind, Halloween time for me is August. Like, that's when it begins. Definitely learned a lot from this project because I did something from start to finish as opposed to spending 2 years on a lot of just like the back end stuff and then not having time to like figure out how to make the flashlight move correctly and like all the fine tuning that I kind of half put into this. Um, I learned a whole lot. Like this little flashlight thing itself with the light material on it and just kind of the bobbing lag effect is something that I tried to do the most annoying difficult way in Unreal Engine 5. And I don't know if I have if it's still in there. I might have disconnected it. The other thing too is like making my own art, my own 3D art, and then making my own materials in Substance Painter. Like all of this stuff is me. This desk here, this lock, and the little crappy animation that plays when you unlock it. The lockers are mine. It's very cool. Thank you. It's not perfect. It still starts Steam VR every single time, and I have no idea. Those models look detailed. Thank you. One of the things I'm trying to figure out, and this is where I left off last week, is this model here, and if we go to wireframe mode, it'll be easier to tell. If you're watching on mobile and the screen is small, you might have a more challenging time seeing this. But you can see the model on the left is a lot more simple than the model on the right, because the model on the right has all of the actual polygons to get the depth and the detail in. So if we go back to lit, it's just the normal map on the model on the left is kind of what is giving it that sense of depth. My question is, I don't know if anyone here knows, obviously the model on the right looks a lot better, and it's only about like 1 kilobyte bigger in file size. So how much, if any, processing power do I really save by trying to use the door on the left in this instance? I can't imagine it's a whole lot unless it does take Unreal Engine a considerable amount more processing power on the higher poly door. So that's like a lighting reference for lesser door? Yeah, so it's this normal map here. And I also want to decrease the normal just a bit. Oh, can I go negative? No. Just because it looks a little too rough. Let's also make it a little less shiny. I mean, it's hard to tell because a lot of the impressiveness that comes with the normal maps is because of like the changes in light. Oh, but I broke my character's flashlight ability. Like they can't hold flashlights. I broke how flashlights work. I might want to fix that before I make more rooms and stuff. That could potentially be, because right now let's hold on. Like, I can pick it up. It shows up in my inventory, and I can equip it. But when I try to use it... Now, this might not be immediately apparent. That wasn't supposed to happen. I mean, figuring out why that's happening is actually pretty easy. And so we can go ahead and try that now. Going back to the door conversation, by the way, I think my plan is going to be to have like multiple different options in the settings. So if you really want to run it on a super optimized level, what you could do, or what I would have it do, is like have the basic Unreal Engine. Oh, come on, it's thinking. Have the basic Unreal Engine scalability settings in there, and then kind of add some of my own on top of that. What? Please. Development, Windows 64. Okay, I probably have to recompile. Shouldn't take too long to do that. Delete this. Intermediate saved. And the solution. Generate project files. Yes. Go to the top here and build. And let's hope that does its thing. So to kind of explain back to the like the engine scalability stuff, Unreal Engine gives you a handful of basic options. We saw it just a second ago when we were back in the game I made for Halloween. You have like low, you have medium, you have high, and then you have epic. And so definitely going to keep these in here because they're quick, they're easy, it's just a single button push. Super easy to add from my end. And they're actually pretty good. Alternatively, what I could do is have a couple of other tiers of scalability settings under here. So maybe have one called like low poly model. Maybe make it, I don't know, give it a more professional name like reduce poly count. Or what's it called? It's like mesh quality. And then have a high or a low. Just like how I can also do this with texture quality. Because right now we last time we showed off the differences between the 4K textures and the 2K and the 500 pixel texture quality. And then there's one last option, a graphics quality slider. Yeah, I would have to see how that works, because I feel like that would probably work with textures. To have it be, a slider as opposed to just, like, options that you can select. Let me open up, what I was talking about with Substance Painter. If I can find something. There it is. It probably wouldn't be fun to make. Yeah. I know you can like manually force the LODs, which is like texture quality somewhat. But the idea I had would just be to, like this bookshelf, for instance. So this is using a 2K texture. I can also have it export as a 1K. And so this would be quality option number 2. And then maybe quality option number 3 where it's like super compressed. And then maybe even just like absolute garbage. I don't know if there's a way in Unreal Engine it can do this on its own, or if it needs me to go and export like these different textures manually. I would assume there's probably something I can do, but I don't know to what extent that works. And then finally, there is like the ultimate optimization. Ultimatu. And that is the forced perspective fixed camera angle work. And if any of you don't know what I mean, let me pull up an example. Might take a moment for it to load because it's just slow. And it's verifying that I am a human. There we go. Right one. I used to talk about this all the time back before the Halloween stuff. But if any of you here are new, worth talking about again. It decides to load. How are we looking here? Oh, did it finish? Okay, well, I guess that wasn't the problem. And this is not the right one. Give me a sec. Oh, here it is. I think it's this one. Is my internet just bad today? Huh. I guess it's just Monday vibe. No matter who or what you are. Here we go. So, something like this, if you watched us play the first couple of Resident Evil games, I talked about this almost nonstop, to where they did this trick where they rendered the background beforehand, and then they kind of used that pre-rendering to save a lot of processing power. So even here, right, you can see my character move behind objects and like interact with the collision and stuff, and like walk in front of it and then go around and then walk behind it. But this entire level is just, there's nothing actually rendered here. What's happening is that it's seeing everything that's black as a green screen, and then it's taking a single 4K image and overlaying it off of everything that's that green screen color. Because my character is a white color, he doesn't, like, he will show up above it. But that little part on his chest is black, and you can kind of see that it also is accidentally getting chroma keyed out there. But that would be, this project is built to run that. Like, I added that into the Unreal Engine project. So that would be like the ultimate quality mode or ultimate performance mode. If you don't care about quality, if you're fine just with no real textures. Oh, I didn't know you actually played games. When is the next one? Um, Not sure. I did a lot for Halloween and before Halloween, but kind of taking a little bit of a break from it because I was burnt out a bit. Yeah, they're layered on. Yeah, they're layered on. What do you know of procedural animation? I don't know too much about it. Um, I think I looked into it a little bit beforehand, like back in summer, because one of my enemies uses a or their model is something that would be much smarter to procedurally animate than it would to try to animate it by hand. Yeah, enemies, ghosties. Well, let's resolve problem number one. Let's get into the game if we can. Go with a different version. Do you want to rebuild them now? I thought I built you. Rebuild. Please. Okay. Awesome. I know that you can build. You built like 10 minutes ago. I haven't changed the project file since... See, that's the issue. Is that there are like 8 different build buttons. And only one of them does the thing I want it to. Alright, let's clean. Let's build. Unreal Engine, I didn't change. I didn't change anything. You were fine a minute ago. Like, if I build through the engine, it's perfectly fine. Okay, I guess not. What did I change? Did I change something? Hold on. Oh, good. It's only 2,000 changed files. It'll be easy to find what I want. Oh, what am I doing? Okay. I added item interface. Oh. What? Did I, like, click and drag it to the wrong thing? Okay. What was that? Maybe I did an oopsie. I has cheeseburgers. Hello, how you doing? No type specifier. That's I don't need one, do I? More of a suggestion. Okay, hold on. Clean. And let's build this one. One of these has to work. One of these will work. Just looking at the software and game development category. Well, thank you for dropping by. I hope you enjoy your time here. I'm making, is my title? Yeah, okay, my title is accurate. I'm making a horror game, kind of based off of games like Phasmophobia or Lethal Company, but with more of a feel of some of the traditional, slower-paced horror games of like the earlier 90s, like Resident Evil, Silent Hill, etc. Over Halloween, I made, within like the Halloween season, I kind of challenged myself to make a game before Halloween had come and passed. It's out. It's free. It's an itch.io thing. It's not great. I want to revisit it. But I used it as an opportunity. So like all the art, all of the models are mine. All the code is mine. And I've been meaning to upload all of the models and art and stuff for free to people just to download on itch so they can use it for their projects. So now that Halloween is over, I'm going back to the bigger project that I've been working on, which is the Unreal Engine 5 stuff. And that one takes more inspiration from like classic Resident Evil. Ron Potato, that's really good. Thank you. Thank you. Did you just drastically set back your work? Drastically is a word. I like slow-paced horror games, but I'm more referring to Minecraft mods, like the Broken Script. I don't think I've heard that one. I haven't spent too much time with modding. Bacon Cat, hello. Good to see you. Look, setback might not be the right word because I was gonna come across this issue anyway. And we have revision control. I have a feeling... No, it compiled because I did this, like, last week. So something worked. Okay, well, let's figure this out. Unable to find class with name view item interface. I think that's because I moved it and then all of the saved in intermediate folders don't get deleted with clean. Actually, you know what? Let's check. Because there are a couple of folders that you can delete to like get a really clean slate. I'm curious if make clean actually does that. I've tried game dev a few times, mostly in Game Maker Studio. I did that inspired by Toby Fox and Godot. I just like open source stuff. I've heard a lot of good things about Godot. I like Unreal Engine because of their blueprint, so like their visual scripting system. And I also just want to get better with C++. Alright, so if I clean, what does it get rid of? It looks like it only deleted the binaries. It did not delete the saved and intermediate. So we'll go ahead and delete that. It's mad because I have this solution open still, so let's delete that. And should be good. So regenerate our Visual Studio project file. Whoa, what? I feel like I've seen this before. And I don't remember how to fix that. One moment. We can do this. Oh, it's because the header's in the wrong place still, too. Wait, why did I move item interface? That shouldn't... That shouldn't have affected it. Okay, that should be in the right folder. Alright, that's gonna be annoying. What is that? Probably don't need it. Okay, okay. I had fixed this at some point. I might have to Google what this error means. But I have a feeling it's pointing to the wrong destination because it says it's not able to find a file. You've done other things like music and 3D modeling. Ooh. What genre have you been going for? Horror, fantasy, adventure? Don't worry. Interesting things will happen on this stream soon enough. Okay. I have found a recommendation online. We are back in business. I'm going to hide this screen for a sec as I get ready to do this. I have to open up Unreal. Or pardon, I have to open Epic. Let me make sure there is nothing sensitive on this screen. I think I'm chilling. Okay, verify. The internet said that there's potential that just the engine can get in a wonky state. And it should hopefully fix missing or broken files like the DLL. I don't think my C++ is bad though. Or my Visual Studio, I mean. I mean, this is the part of game development that turns a lot of people away. Trust me, if you're interested in game development, it's not all like this. You do kind of have to be patient enough to work through this stuff. But the one piece of advice that I think I can give you is that there's hardly anything that you cannot recover from. Like, there's always a path forward if you get stuck. It might take a while, but you'll learn how to do it for next time. Unless you're me and you forgot how to do it. I also highly recommend using some kind of revision control. What this essentially means is if I absolutely cannot fix this, I can pull from a version that's playable. Granted, it was from about 5 months ago, but I also hadn't really done too much in the past 5 months anyway. So that's like worst case backup plan, and it'll still track like I will still have the history of the things that I've done within those past 5 months, but I can just like check this one out like I would check out a book from the library, and then run that one individually. Well, let's see. Hopefully this fixes it. Okay. There it goes. I think. Ta-da! What'd I tell you? And now we should hopefully be able to build this. It's thinking about it. It's 4 out of 24. Oh. Boom. So now. Oh. Well, look, they can't all be winners. Ooh, we can at least get back into it. I would hate to do something like this IRL, but enjoy watching someone else do it. You're the first streamer I've seen do this. It takes a certain type of patience. So for those of you curious, by the way, what was the issue? There's still one issue I haven't fixed yet, which we'll go back in and try to figure out. But the initial issue is there was a file here, which is this item interface, which at some point I must have like accidentally clicked and dragged up until this, and I just did it again. Let's Control Z. Where am I? Oh, it's gone. Wait, no, it's down there. Refresh. There we go. At some point, I did exactly what I just did, and forgot that I did that. And then here I can check to make sure that everything is where it should be. Which you might think, well, it's still in the same project, right? It's just one directory higher. It's okay. The issue is that it's expecting it to be in this folder. And when it's trying to talk to a different file, because that's what essentially all of these files are talking to each other. And you can tell which file is trying to talk to which at the top of this. So here, this file will talk to the item base file, but it's not talking to the level generator file, which is down here. So if I ripped out level generator, this file would be fine, but anyone talking to level generator would just kind of cause the whole project to fall apart. Now, when it's looking for this, it's looking for it in a very specific place. And if I move it and I don't tell it where I moved it, it gets upset. As for why the debugger isn't working, oh, I have no idea. We'll have to look at that. Also, if any of you are watching on Twitch, or I guess YouTube, I dual stream. So if you hear me talking to someone and you don't see them in your chat room, they are likely on the other site. I'm not insane. Okay, well, me talking to the voices does not make me insane. I'll say that. Development, editor, Windows 64, F8. Nope, not F8, F5? I don't know why my debugger isn't working. Live coding mode is currently active. Huh? Who did that? Save all, and let's close this again. There's supposed to be a there's supposed to be a thing that gives me status on my configuration, and I don't know where that is. Hey Blue, how you doing? Okay, well, let's Google this error. Doing all right. How about you? I'm doing just fine. It's Monday. Little tired, but you know what? I'm powering through. I'm trying to. So when I left this project to work on the Halloween one, definitely left it in a state of disrepair. So we're trying to fix things that I forgot that I broke. I don't know what the difference between rebuild and build is, by the way. But maybe if I clean... I lied, I was doing great until I came across a reel of this. Oh no. You can't escape it, Blue. It's just, it can't be done. Oh, startup project. You blame me? Well... What is this? Oh! Wait, no, go back. One of those looked suspicious. Unsupported architecture. I'm sure it's fine. I probably didn't need that. Right click, generate Visual Studio Project files. Did that. Development editor, solution. 3 drop downs at the top. Well, I see 4 drop downs. One of them I can't click. The other one doesn't have anything in it. I have a feeling that's probably a symptom. Oh wait, what? In the context menu. What? Hold on. Hold on. Okay, that's the right one. Visual Studio project files. And it's saying just press F5. Nope. It lied to me. Hey, Omes. I came from Blue's post in the Discord about the free. Oh, you posted it? What we got here? If any of you don't know, I used a that's a public domain song, and using MuseScore, I made a music box cover of it, and then I used it for one of the horror games. You know how we're stuck looking at the same screen for the past 57 minutes and 17 seconds? Imagine that, but we had the music box playing in the background because that was the thing that was breaking. And so people who were here for the Halloween streams, they were experiencing what you are experiencing now. But they had the joy of listening to the same 30-second loop of a music box. It gets even more glorious? Oh no. Well, I had to at least explain the context. Goated. Okay. Error. Unsupported architecture. What does it mean? Development. Debug game editor. Is that what you want for me? Start debugging. Huh. Well, we don't need I don't think we need that debugger. I think we're just fine without it. See, now it's in the back of my mind and I so desperately want to fix it. It's like an itch. It's an oh, we're going to go fix it. Let's go fix it. Let's go fix it. Ah, so many errors though. Okay, so what is it telling me? Exited with code 1. Is there a run as debug here? Debug. Start new instance. Oh, cancel, cancel. Swap this back to development editor. Where was it? No, we don't need to build. Debug, start new instance. Yes. I am so good at this. I am the best software game developer there's ever been. I'd like to point out that there were like 5 buttons that all said they would do the same thing, and only one of them did the same thing. Oh, now which one of you is it? I'm assuming it's you. Basti, I'm really struggling with the Alan Wake playthrough. Oh no. The best, thank you, thank you. You also get to look forward to editing that video, Basti. Isn't that going to be fun? Yeah, that's why I don't upload videos. Just the pain of editing. Okay, now you might be asking, what does the debugger do? I'll tell you, watch this. Boom. It tells me where it's crashing, and I can see why it's crashing. So if we go up the stack trace, is essentially it's trying to call this execute use, and it looks like it's because it doesn't have a use function. Is that what's happening? Assertion failed. and then I can show the call stack. But this is just me saying, if I have an item, execute, use it. Wait, where'd my call stack go? Put it back. And my item, the equipped item, isn't null. Like, it exists. It's this flashlight. So I think it has to do with using you as opposed to I. If I remember right, I ran into this issue back in... Oh, and it also lets me auto-recover. It's still a little bit janky because it essentially crashed, and I forced it to stay alive. How do I stop this? Oh, okay. Answered my question. Oh, yes, obviously. Yeah. So check this out. Visual Studio, which is this app here, is good because it kind of acts like a harness almost, where like it attaches itself to all of my code like a parasite. But for just like a raw text editor, it's not the best. It's just not. But they do have something similar called Visual Studio Code. This is what I'm going to use. So if I grab this character and I right click and I open in VS Code, which is the blue one, not the purple one, I'm going to see this here. Oh, I already have it here. Cool. Source. I'm going to grab the character. And we're going to grab this character. And we're going to control click and compare selected. Now, there are a lot of differences. I'm just going to kind of comb through and find what is immediately grabbing my attention. Why is it saying this is different? Well, I guess it's fine. That doesn't have an issue. When I left off this project before starting Recollections for Halloween, I left it in a not so great state. So I'm fixing a lot of what was broken. So our current project is on the left. The old one that worked is on the right. This is just for items, and that was fine. I didn't need to do that. That's new to this. New to this. This is all fine. Anything with the interaction interface, what I want to compare. And I can control F, but like, see, if I did interaction, I would have missed this, which is interactable. And here I'm using I, interactable. But let's see, I didn't do that on this side though, so I don't need to update that. Here we go, interact input. This is probably where it's happening. Here. Hit result.getActor. That's interesting. Why am I doing it like that? T-script interface. Okay, well, let's compare these now. I've been doing pretty good. How about you? Okay, here we go. This might be confusing. So this one we changed to an I. All of this is exclusive and I don't need it over. Pretty good in what way? No excessive, like, opposing force in my life right now. Like, everything that's annoying is annoying in a manageable way. This one. This set to an I. And then we can get rid of this. I think we're okay. What is this used for, though? Interactable actor. Interrotted recollection. Okay, well, we're not using it, so we should be okay. Now we go back to this. See if it's okay with the change we made. Not. Because I missed a change here. Means I need to go change what the definition is for this equip item. Which is here. Oh no, that's right. That's right. Try this again. You're nearly done with a project in colony survival. See, every time I want to dive back into like a big creative game like that, like Terraria or Minecraft or really anything else, I always just kind of think, like, if I'm going to spend my time building something up, I might as well, like, work on a different project, like not play a game, but work on one. But I guess it depends on what mood hits that evening. Like, if I want to play a game with friends, obviously I'm not going to be sitting here doing this. Okay, let's see if this fixed it. I have a feeling that probably wasn't it, but I mean, I'd say there's about a 60% chance that was it. Which, you know what? Those are not terrible odds. Boo. It's still trying to do U item interface, so I didn't replace all of it. Execute U. Is this my code? Oh, it might be. Go call stack. My item interface. Ah. My item interface. Technically, that wouldn't have mattered because this is just a true or false. It's not actually doing anything there. An even easier way to check this is if we copy this, we go back here. The search tool on just basic VS Code, I think, is a lot cleaner. And so this one should be updated. And let's go ahead and close the kill the debugger. Revert. Close. Take us back in a sec. There we go. Okay. Let me see how it's being done here, because maybe I'm calling it incorrectly. Okay, so I'm still doing a U interface check there. Equipped item. What? What type of object is equipped item? It is a child actor component. Okay, I think that's the same for my other one. Execute equipable item dot get object. Oh, as opposed to okay. These are the same. I don't know why it's highlighting it. Oh, it's because I have it up here. I see. Well, this is the same. I just realized autoplay is on YouTube and it was playing a thing that I didn't know. Okay. I mean, this looks the same. This looks right. What file changed? Don't stage. Okay. And then let's delete the saved and intermediate because maybe it's not applying the change. Oh, cancel. We have to close this again. Campaign? No. Campaign just means like a long. Hold on, let me Google this. Work in an organized and active way towards a particular goal. So essentially, not like a Lethal Company thing, but more of like a more long-term type gameplay. I might swap the title card with something else to make it a little bit more clear. Because I think when you think co-op horror, a lot of the times what you think now is just like friend slop. And don't get me wrong, I like friend slop. It's fun. But that's not what I'm making here, if that makes sense. This is closer to something like Resident Evil 5, but focusing a little bit more on horror. Gotcha, yeah. Binaries, probably delete the solution also. I don't think that'll change anything, but I want to at least roll it out now because it's simple enough to do. You have it on disc? I mean, I'd say it's a good game. Like, even single player. Oh, this again. Okay. Let's do... rebuild. Probably not. Basti. I would say, like, if you played Resident Evil 4 and, let's say I gave Resident Evil 4 a 9 out of 10, technically it's probably closer to a 10 out of 10, but not quite at the tip top. I would put 5 at like 6 or 7. Not awful, still plenty fun. But there's a little bit that could have improved on. Static class is not a member of item interface. RE4 glaze, you kind of have to glaze RE4. Oh no! I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Class.h. What? Implements interface. Static class. Oh. Am I throwing a static class at this somewhere? Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Okay. Am I doing that? Hold on. A actor. What if I did this? Like that. A 2 a.m. stream. Why does every single person I watch have to live in the worst time zones? Yeah. It's inescapable, I'm sorry to say. So the issue comes when I try to use held item. I don't know if I changed this though. Let's give this a shot. Let's first see if this fixes our compile error. Nope. Do a clean. Still doesn't like that. Okay. Well, let's go back then to what was working. That's fine. There we go. That looks good. Widget manager didn't change. This one changed. This. So all of this do. Okay. So that should hopefully get us to build again. Might have to clean. Nice. Okay. Let's run this as debug. So this'll, by the way, I'm aware that this'll do the exact same thing it did 15 minutes ago. But I'm going to attack it with a slightly different approach. Love sitting in silence looking at code. Hey, we got Lo-Fi Girl in the background, okay? We're not in silence. Doesn't it feel cozy? Like a nice winter morning with Lo-Fi Girl and code. What else could you want? I can't imagine much else. No, it's 4:30 a.m. Oh. Okay, check this out. Boom. Huh? Oh. Did I fix it? I didn't get a compile error. Hold on. Dock and layout. Event used. What if I just print? What if I just get you to speak to me? Start with that. We are rained on. Rain's not the worst, but... Oh, this isn't working. Shoot. Okay. So, let's do this. I don't know if it'll let me put a breakpoint while it's running. I have a feeling probably not. Isn't that just the UK though? Like not seeing the sun. Okay, I think I have to stop this. How do I stop this? Where is my... Oh, there we go. Okay. So if I try debugging now... Okay, no, it still has the issues. I don't know why sometimes it... Like, in the past, the debugger from this menu would work. Oh, really? That sucks. Light pollution sucks. Let me see the galaxy. Actually, yeah, let's open that. I want to see if I'm actually implementing this interface correctly. Aha! I'm not. That's probably why it's dying. Oh wait, no, that's interactable interface. We already have... No. We already have item interface as a part of it. So that's fine. Oh, clouds, I see. It being night doesn't take them away. What? Oh, thank you. Nice to get some recognition around here. Okay. Step line by line. How do I do that again? Debug. Step over. F10. Okay. Step into? So did this execute as false? I want to see, is there a way I can see the implements interface from here? A feeling I can't. Okay. Stop debugging. Else. Cast failed. Or no. Not item. Ooh, visiting family in Ohio. I always wanted to visit. I don't know if I have anything going on with streaming. I will probably not be streaming for like the last couple of weeks of the year, maybe more. Um, just a lot of family stuff for the most part. I'll probably still be a little bit active in the Discord though. At least I'll try to be. At least chat here and there. Don't go to Ohio. See, that's why I want to go. Like, they gotta be hiding something. Ohio is hiding something. Okay, so it's failing the implementation check. So it thinks that it doesn't implement item interface. It's not null. So it's this that it's failing. But why? Because it does implement it. Unless this is meant to be I. I have a feeling that might break it though. Okay. No. Oh, then it goes back to the static clash. I just gotta guess. Alright. I'll be there. Okay, how did I do this in recollection? Isn't this the exact same? Implements U item interface. So it looks like the only time I actually want to set it to I is during this, the equip item. Get object. Okay. Who calls equip item though? Mine was wooden ghosts. Yeah, the schools in the States are they're something. They're something, all right. Okay, let's just try to compile this. Oh, one more fix that needs to be made is here. There we go. I might have over course corrected with my initial changes. Yes, reload. Okay, that's what I wanted to see. Build. Hey, Raph. How you doing? Strip malls are ugly. Yeah, I agree with that one. I don't know why it's complaining about this again. It's fine, Raph. Don't worry about it. With any luck, I'll be able to stay home. Honestly, respect. I've definitely done that for like the past couple years or so. And if you're in that mindset and that's what you're prepared for, like, it's honestly a vibe. The classic saying of you're not necessarily lonely when you're alone. I still have fun with family though, so that's where I'll be. Why is this not compiling now? I didn't make that many changes. Let's go back to this file. Just kidding, this file. If item isn't null, execute equipable item.getObject. I have a feeling that's what it doesn't like. Oh, I need to get gifts too. Yeah, crap. I'd rather spend time with family during non-events because I don't like crowds. This looks like the same code that I'm running here. Obviously, it's different compilers. So it's Unreal Engine 4 versus Unreal Engine 5. So it's probably just complaining one way but not the other. Hmm. This might be a little bit harder to fix. Can I refresh this? Oh. Okay. Thank you. IntelliSense operation reached the memory limit? What does that mean? I'm sure that's fine. I'm sure it's just like, it's a recommendation, if anything. Oh. Are you talking about the pipe bomb? I don't know what you were talking, like, some things that get filtered, by the way, are not Daisy. And the things that she doesn't filter, I cannot see. I can only see the stuff that she catches. Oh. Like that. What are you talking about, Raph? He's still here. Oh, ooh. Ooh, that's a lot of that's 200. Oh, that's 18,000. 18,000. Let's do this. Yeah, Basti's still here. I don't know what you were talking about, Raph. Jeez, crazy. You can't get rid of me. Like the rock in your shoe. Okay, so 18,000 errors is just a little bit more than I would have liked to have seen. This is recoverable, though. Make no mistake. I might have to do a deeper dive with how Unreal Engine handles the U interface versus the I interface. My understanding is that U interface is the actual class object, whereas I interface is the interface itself. In Unreal Engine 4, I had to use eye interface for some stuff. But here it doesn't seem to like that. So I might have to spend some time figuring that out. We at least got the debugger working, which wasn't working before. I didn't know it wasn't working before, so didn't make... Let's see the progress on the room we were working on. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What a nice looking room we've got. Might come back, but good night just in case. Good night, Raph. Have a good one. Yeah, I'll probably be wrapping up in like 5-10 minutes. So always appreciate you dropping by. I just realized I still have Silent Hill F in my tags on Twitch. Why is it still... Hold on. Where is it? This. This looks fine. There we go. Okay, we might just have to save that for next time, because I don't know why it's just not. I don't know why it's not working. Okay, let me at least copy and paste the error so I can have that written down somewhere. Get a lookup. Hey, Ghosty! Did I remove the... Okay. Worried there for a sec. Oh, undo that. Okay, well, it's got a compile error, but I'll have to figure that out. Well, let's actually take this time to look at the door again. We can summon the ghost? Yeah! You've always been able to. Haven't you looked at the description of the stream? Do I still have it in the stream description? Oh, I took it out a while ago. Shoot. Does help work? Nope, help does not work. Yeah, there's a few. Let's see, there's Ghosty. There's also Ghost. There's dog. There's yeah, don't worry. The descriptions are just templated, so you're not missing anything. What else is there? There's Lisa, which is a jump scare, but I think that's turned off. That was not turned off. Sorry about that. Damn, I deleted all the ways to find out about redeems, and now no one knows how to do it. I'll spend some time fixing that. Alright. Question about the door. Not the orange juice. I'm sorry. How do we feel about the door? Like, compared to, like, let's compare door on the left to door on the right. Which do we vibe with more? You like the left door more? Okay. Damn, right door. I mean, there's no right or wrong answer. It's just that the right door has higher polygon count. Like, I can zoom in and you can, like, see the individual edges. But, like, this one is, it's just fake. Just paint it on. I would have thought that maybe the higher poly door would have been the winner there. But I mean, getting unexpected answers is kind of why I ask. That's good. Don't say that, you'll inflate his ego. You choose no door. Oh no. What'll I do now? We can go shiny door. That liquidy. Oh, I don't actually like that. Maybe a little bit of liquid on the door. Just a little bit of polish. Dude, pick it's been 2 streams. I refuse. Actually, I like this. Make up your mind? No. I'm just kind of biding time. Spin a wheel. Alright. Well, we couldn't get the flashlight to work, and I couldn't get it to crash again. I don't know why. I'll have to figure that out at some point. Maybe tomorrow. If I make another door, oh, you know what? I should make 4 more doors. I also want to make a new Christmas level for the reindeer, but I have no idea when that'll be done, or if it will be. I am not going to make promises. Know how that turns out. If any of you would like to join us for the next live stream in 2 days, Wednesday at 7 p.m. PT. If you're in the Discord, it'll update to your local time zone, so you don't need to do the time conversions. Easiest way, though, is just to follow the channel. If you happen to be looking for something to watch and I happen to be live, I'll probably be recommended to you. Staying home with family for Christmas, that's the way to do it. No place like home for the holidays, they say. Okay. I think that's about it on Friday this evening, or pardon, Friday at the end of this week. We'll be going back to the game that I made for Halloween and trying to add some updates, fixes to it. But that's about it for me. I'm gonna get some sleep. I recommend that if it's late for you, that you do the same. And reindeer game, yeah. Oh, you want to do one more? All right, fine. We'll end on a reindeer game. This one, this one. Let's this a bit bigger. Get a nice full screen view of the reindeer. Please, I'm betting all my money on green. I would like to add a way to where it's like you could bet like a certain number of points on a color. That'd be neat. $27. It's just gonna be blue. Blue choosing green. Uh-oh. I can't lose if no one bets. Well, you won't win anything, but I guess you're right, you won't lose. Let's begin. Uh-oh. It's not over yet, but oh. Green is not doing too well. I was gonna say, should have gone for your namesake. What did Basti say? Hold on. Daisy had a field day just now. Why are you still alive? Yes, give me the point. Well, Momdo, hello. We're getting people joining for the first time right as we're wrapping up. Okay. How y'all doing? I'm doing good. We were working on a horror game for most of the night. We're getting ready to wrap up. I had an issue with like the interface. I made a specific, or pardon, a custom interface for my item interactions. but for whatever reason it wasn't casting correctly, and spent about a couple hours trying to troubleshoot that, fix the debugger, and then as we're about to wrap up, I have this other game that I made, which is just kind of a betting game. But if any of you are new here and you haven't seen kind of what the project looks like, I have a temporary build right here of the same, like different project, same concept. Just so you guys can see what it looks like. So it's a horror game. The idea is that it's going to be kind of co-op with like very puzzle focused, relatively slower paced compared to a lot of co-op horror games that we see on the market now that are popular. So like Repo and Lethal Company and even Phasmophobia. I enjoy all of those. They're very fast paced. I'd like to try making something that's a much more slower paced co-op horror game. That's more about like investigations and stuff, kind of leaning more into that part and that side of what Phasmophobia was. I make art, all of the art and all of the assets myself, and for a lot of the stuff that I used for this project here, I want to publish for free for people to use on itch.io. So if any of you are interested in seeing more about that and you want to tune in next time, I will be live again in 2 days, starting at 7 p.m. Pacific. It's currently about 9 p.m. Usually go for about 2, sometimes 3 hours. If you're in the Discord, this channel here has the stream schedule converted to your local time zone. But easiest way to catch a stream is just follow the channel or subscribe technically. And then if you happen to be looking for something to watch and I happen to be live, I'll be recommended to you. And then I'll go ahead and throw the Discord link out into the chat. All right. Before we wrap up, though, we have one more thing left to do. In the chat box, type exclamation point choose and then one of those 4 colors. We have 2 people choosing blue. Okay. If you see messages popping in and out, that's not you. That's my moderation bot. She needs some adjustments, but it's fine. If blue doesn't win, I'm changing names. Banned for saying damn. Oh, she was okay with that one. Maybe it's because you didn't specify a person. 15 seconds. We have 2 blues and a red. Uh-oh. Green almost had it, but blue takes it. But congratulations, you were paid out your points. By the way, if you don't know what the points are, there are different interaction things that you can use for the stream. I'll explain more of that next time because apparently I've done a bad job. But if you do exclamation mark points, it'll tell you how many points you've earned. You earn those from chatting and just being here. And then you can use those to redeem certain sound effects. I want to add a way to show you a full list of what things are available, but like this. Before we end, do you want to see what you put in the Discord? Oh no. Oh, well, what channel? Also, if the 7 p.m. PT times are too early for you, but you still want to check out a dev stream, drop by on Friday, where we're going to be starting at 10 p.m. Pacific, which would be in about 45 minutes from now. Oh, the Alan Wake death. I'll have to check that out next time because it's a file type that's not supportive natively in Discord, at least not for me. Go to general. So. All right. Hopefully, I'll get to see some of you on Wednesday and the rest on Friday if you can't make the earlier streams. I'm going to get some sleep. I recommend you all do the same or have a great beginning of your week at Tuesday. Okay? Have a good night, everyone.